What up, y'all? I'm back with another review, and I'm here to review the debut studio album. I believe it is the debut studio album from Tom Misch. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. Yes, it is his debut album. Okay, Geography. Uh, I found Tom Misch when I was listening. I was listening to lo-fi chill beats to chill or study to, whatever it is that is usually the title for I don't know, playlist, but just streams with those type of beats. And I found his, what was that song? Actually, hold on, I can tell you. I think it was called The Journey. Um, I believe it was called The Journey. I didn't know he was only 22. Uh, I thought he was much older, just given I don't want to say, well, kind of his voice and I guess the maturity that comes with his music. I didn't think he'd only be 22, but then again, with a lot of hip hop artists, well, he's more of a producer. With a lot of them, like Joey Badass, Tyler the Creator, Earl Sweatshirt, Denzel Curry, Vince Staples, all very young but very mature for their age and making music that you wouldn't think, because you have the contemporaries making certain type of music. So yeah, I didn't think he was 22. More so his voice, though. I didn't think he was 22. Uh, I'm not sure where Tom is from, actually. But yeah, just wanted to let you know how I came across him. Um, Dang, I cannot find where he's from for some reason. But let's go ahead and get right into this. This was like what, 10? No, not 10. This was like 13 tracks. Yes, this was 13 tracks. And actually, I think I have it right here. Tom Misch, I want to say Misch for some reason. Tom Misch is from London. Okay, from the UK. And he's under the genre of alternative slash indie. All right, cool. I'm pretty much talking about every track on here. Yeah, I am. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Track number 1, Before Paris. This was a very good intro. It's what stuck out to me most about this is that there was a little audio skit on here talking about just the importance of music and how it reflects the state of society. Um, it, well, actually, yeah, it just reflects the state of society. Like different parts of the society, though, having different um, people making the music, whether it be in the same genre or in a different genre or in the subgenres of a genre. So yeah, just talking about the importance of music, not only to the artist, but like I said, to the how important it is when as a reflection of the state of society. Track number 2, Lost in Paris, featuring Gold Link. Here, I just I don't really want to talk about the vibes that I got from this just yet, because it's all like a collective. As a whole album, I get vibes from so many artists, but I do know that Tom um, has his own artistry. And here, just sound like, yo, I need you, but you're lost in Paris. So I'm hoping that you're okay and that you're warm and that you're safe. Track number 3, South of the River. This was, I think I saw the music video for this. Yeah, it was the music video. This is it's just so catchy with that beat. I believe this was the single to promote this album. I didn't hear any singles going into this, but just given the fact that there was a music video before the album dropped, I'm gonna go ahead and guess this was the single. Track number 4, Movie. Man, okay, I know I said I didn't want to necessarily spoil what vibes I got, but here I got uh, old Diary of Alicia Keys vibes from this in the song Movie. Just saying please remember me. It just, the visual for this is so romantic, and it really just fits the vibe that was being set with the album, with tracks like Lost in Paris and Before Paris. Same thing with track 5. It was a cool song. You're on my mind. Just saying, you're on my mind. It uh, it's actually not one of my least favorite tracks on here. Um, it's actually one of the more memorable tracks that aren't necessarily my favorites, but it's still not necessarily one of my least favorites on the album. Track number 6, We've Come So Far. Here it just seems like uh, well, at first it took a few listens, like not just for this song in particular. Well, of course the song in particular, but it took me a few listening of the took me a few times listening to this album to pick up on this track because it took a while for this song to pick up for me, and not just like for it to click with me, but also the song itself. Like it took a while for the beat at least to pick up, but when it did, it was like it was a damn good track. Track number 7, "Cause I Love You." One of my favorite tracks on here, just is expressing how Tom feels about the certain someone and what he'd do for the certain someone just because he loves them. Track number 8, "Man Like You." This, like track 6 we've come so far, just took more listens for it to really click with me. And not a bad track on here, by the way. This one though, it was like he sticking to a man, older man, saying like, "I knew a boy who once." He said boy, from what I remember. It didn't say man. I remember a boy. I guess is a man now who looks alike like you. And like I said, it was a cool track. Uh, Track number 9, "Disco Yes," featuring Poppy Suda. This was a good track as well. Really, this what stands out about this is actually the feature from Poppy. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who Poppy Suda is. Is it a Suda or did I? That could be. I think that's a J, a Judah, Poppy Judah, and yeah, just that feature itself stood out the most to me. I want to be sure I'm got this right. Yeah, Poppy Judah. Okay, all right. Track number 10, "Isn't She Lovely?" This was, just playing off of "Isn't She Lovely" by Stevie Wonder, and it was only instrumental. It was like a minute and a half, I think. Track number 11, "TikTok." Another instrumental, but I really love this instrumental. Like it really picks up after we had a few tracks from me where I was like, yeah, with um, "You've Come So Far," "Man Like You," "Isn't She Lovely?" Even though I was like they weren't bad tracks, and like I said, not a bad track on here, but just not tracks that made me go wow, like "Lost in Paris" and "Movie," "South of the River." Track number 12, "It Runs Through Me." Here, Tom is just saying like the music runs through him and like he loves it. Like you can't take it away from him. Like the way it just flows through him. And here I feel like he's just expressing how happy he is when he just has music and his girl. And it's just a very very beautiful track. And he also said like you also um can't take away how I hear music, the way I hear it, and just the clarity. You can't take away the clarity that it brings me, especially when I'm not just hearing it but creating it. And the last track, "Water Baby" featuring Loyal Carner. I think this was a single too, and just like "Movie" was, and just like it might have been the only one actually. Oh, I want to say the one with Golding. I want to say "Lost in Paris" might have been a single too, but yeah, "Water Baby" featuring Loyal Carner. Beautiful visual and just a beautiful track itself. Loyal Carner, UK artist. Uh, I don't know if he'd be considered grime, but Loyal Carner dropped one of the, at least from what I saw, one of the best, like critically acclaimed hip hop albums of 2017. I forget what it was called, but I remember I checked it out too. I think I was just so late on it, where I was like, who's really gonna? Like, I don't really know the artist, know what to expect from him, and no one's really asking or saying like somebody review this or anything. So I was like, his next project, just like, I forget the other guy's name, Wiley. So yeah, but yeah, 13 tracks. I spoke about all of them. I have to say, like this is one of my favorite projects of the year so far. I'm saying that about a lot of projects this year, and I guess I'll take this. Like, not too many projects dropping where I'm getting flooded with music, or I'm flooding my channel with music. But at the same time, I'm saying that a lot of them are in contention for my favorites Like they're some of my favorites of the year. So I'm saying that more often than I remember saying in 2017 and what I said in 2016. So it's like I guess I'll take it. Like not dropping a lot of music, but the music that is dropping, I'm saying a lot of them are my favorites. So I'll take that over having a lot of albums dropping and me being like, okay, they're just cool. They're just good albums. I'll take that over. I'll take this over having a lot of albums just dropping, just for the sake of dropping them. Maybe not just for the sake of dropping, but you know what I mean. So I'd give this. I think I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10. This is a damn good debut studio album, if you ask me. Just the visuals for these singles, I believe they're singles to promote this album, just great. And even the songs that aren't singles, that are just on there. Some of the best songs on here aren't even singles, which tends to happen, but still. If you've heard this album, please let me know what you think about it in the comment section below and what you think about my review on it. If you haven't heard this album, I definitely recommend that you check it out. I want to talk about the vibes. I got vibes. I just like Alicia Keys, but I got RJD2 vibes on here with a track like South of the River. I got some Bad Bad Not Good vibes, River Tiber, um, with tracks like Lost in Paris, kind of. Old Maroon 5, Daniel Caesar, and I'm not gonna lie, kind of Robin Thicke vibes. What was that track he did like years ago? Um, how does it feel to know that I love you, baby? Yeah, that's the kind of vibes I'm getting. So, yeah, like I said, 7.5 out of 10. Um, yeah, like I said, if you've heard it, let me know what you think about it and everything. If you haven't, definitely check it out. And like the review, like the video. If you like the review, please share the video as well. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you like the content that you see. And check the description. You can see everything from my social medias to my PlayStation Network account to my everything else, except like Tumblr, things like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all next time.